I don't know if I liked what this did or this is worse, if I'm being honest.
We want to see what products look like on real people. This is no filter. I want to see what KKW's concealers look like on me.
Me.
Usually with concealers, I have such a hard time because I'm mixed. So it's either I'm in between two colors or something's too light and too dark.
Sometimes I think I'm pinky undertone, sometimes I think I'm yellow undertone, so it's good to have a range to choose from. I'm actually not a person who uses a lot of concealer, but I'm hoping it'll be good for newbies like me.
In the pack, we have the concealers, we have the baking powder, and we have the brightening powder. So we have a full look.
It's divided into quarters, and for me, I think I'm somewhere towards the medium to end of the spectrum.
Okay, I'm gonna grab 13 and 14 from the darkest shades collection because I feel like those are gonna be a good balance for me.
I'm gonna go with 4 as my conceal.
I think I'm gonna try 14.
I have decided to use number 6.
I don't know how you're supposed to figure out your shade if you don't have it with you in person.
So I grabbed the first shade in the darker section and I already feel like it might be a little bit too dark.
This is like, I really don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, this looks the closest to what I use.
I think I'm gonna have to pick a different shade. I look like an Oompa Loompa.
I'm actually gonna jump back to the middle category or the third quadrant. So this is 12.
So it's kind of looking good. I do think it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so it's the right one.
It's actually
going on very nicely. I'm into it.
Since the first concealer didn't work out for me, I'm deciding to use a different shade. I went 2 shades lighter, number 10.
Okay, this is definitely a lot lighter, so I feel like this is definitely a better match for me.
I really like how the formula dries down. It feels like it's a really velvety, smooth texture that makes your skin appear poreless.
Okay, the next step is baking. Love to bake, mostly cakes.
I'm going to use the coordinating baking powder for my quadrant, which is number 3.
I have no idea really what this is. It's a bake number 1. I've never done this in my entire makeup life.
So I'm baking with number 4, and so far the concealer and the powder meshes really well together.
So with this baking, it's taking away a bit of that shine factor that I felt.
My concern was that it was going to be cakey, and this doesn't feel that way yet.
I feel like all the times I've been watching Drag Race, I should have learned something, but I haven't.
Normally I use like a very yellow kind of base powder, but this one, I like the fact that it's a deeper brown.
I feel really, really good about this. I feel like the texture is so powdery and soft.
I don't know if I liked what this did or this is worse, if I'm being honest.
It gives me a nice finish, nice matte finish. Doesn't look like, I don't look greasy.
It's time for the brighten. So I'm gonna do the darker choice first, and that was on this eye. I'm using brighten number 4.
I'm using number 3, also coordinating with the quadrant that my concealer was from.
I'm gonna pick this shade. It is number 2.
Now I'm going to brighten with number 4. It's orange, which is not the color I was expecting.
Now I'm picking up this brighten, also in the 1 family, as I'm so fair.
I'm literally just guessing right now. I'm not really sure what to do with brightening.
I don't know what the purpose of this is.
Woo! Oh my god, I love it. This is the perfect one. It was made for me.
I'm not really seeing what it does.
I think I was better off with just doing the concealer because that was helping. And now I'm kind of continuously hurting.
Feeling pretty good about it. It's like, I guess kind of like a pressed powder. It's pretty nice. I will say that this brightening step I don't think is completely necessary as for my personal taste.
Kim Kardashian West, final thoughts. Good product. Really love 13. I love the brightening, especially. I really want to add that to my routine.
I feel like my face looks so good right now. Even though I'm totally breaking out and like I'm very insecure about that, I feel like this at least gives me a crush.
Like it did what it should do, which is lightening up my under eye. When I look really close up though, it gets that cakey thing, which is why I feel like I abstained from concealer for so long.
So far, the concealer, she gets an A for effort for me. It's a really nice formula, and I like the way that it blends with the baking powder.
Because there's just kind of 1, 2, 3, all of the steps in a row, it was super, super easy, and even a makeup baby like me could use it, so I'm pretty happy with that.
So truth be told, I would definitely want to go in store and try this product. I think, as you can tell, I was a bit indecisive. I put a 12 on and I put a 13 on, and I went back and forth on which one worked. Unfortunately, on the website, Kim doesn't have an image of like someone maybe who looks like me with the shade, so it was hard to match. I would love either like an in-store option or even like an option with a model who looks like me, so I could be like, that's the one.
Thank you, Kim.